shit failed. I hope not. It didn't even start. Hey, welcome to the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. I'm back. Wow, doing beer reviews late again. This is Juice Cadet by Savannah River Brewing Company. I guess that Cadet's having a problem there. This is IPA, and if I could bring up stuff, I'm like not having a good time right now. All right. Not 80 on Beer Advocate, New England IPA, 8.2% ABV, no notes. So what can you do, right? What can you do? Well, it's cold. That was a horrible pour. But I got about 6-finger head there, so we'll let that settle down. But it's good to get all that head out. So all that stuff's not going in my belly. It's going to evaporate. That's all the vitamins and minerals. Space Cadet. Yeah, I mean, Juice Cadet. I was going to put down Space Cadet. I was like, oh, wait, it's Juice Cadet, not Space Cadet. But yeah, that little space dude is upside down. I'm not sure if he's having a problem. Kind of looks like one of those dudes, the two space dudes. I think it was a commercial or something. Monsters going after one astronaut. The other astronaut's hiding behind a rock, shaking, and I guess he farted or something a little bit, like, and the monster, realized he was behind a rock, and it must be him. Anyhow, I want to see if Savannah River's website had anything on these guys, because you go to their website, though, they only have their main beers. Sometimes it doesn't have nothing about any beers like this. I want to turn that back around so you see the label, the front part of the label. Yes, I am over 21, I think. Event rentals, our breweries, our team, our story. How about your beer? Let's see. Tap room menu. I guess I would check the tap room menu. Kitchen menu. No jackets require. Wolf Dog. Dynamite. Savannah River IPA. The regular IPA. Four Stags. Southern Sour. Sol del Sur, which you think they would have that. It's a seasonal Mexican one. It's probably out at this time, and they didn't have it at the liquor store. Might be on tap though at the brew house. Nitro Porter, Smoma Moccasin, 6-packs also available. Okay, nothing about this beer, and even the beers they do have, it does give a little bit of info about the ABV and stuff, but. Anyhow, oh well. So I don't have much info on this. I don't think Rate Beer. I mean, I could double check Rate Beer just to see if it has anything on it. Or not Rate Beer, Untapped. Hold on one second. That's why I like recording, browsing stuff. See, back in the day, we didn't browse stuff. We, looked at it, read it, might have wrote down a few notes like ABV and stuff. That was about it. Untapped. Let's see if there's any info on that. It just says on Untapped. It says double New England hazy. Oh, it is 8.2%. So Imperial beer, I guess, is just a New England IPA, but no notes on it. Also, and then most people who comment they're drinking it. Don't leave any. That's why I don't like Untapped. They'll give it circles, but they won't say, "Hey, I just been drinking this here at this place." Yeah. Anyhow, back to the beer at hand. Can pour this in that. Yeah, that head's kind of like sticky looking on the glass. It's the sticky type of head. Almost that's like a Miller High Life, right? Sometimes you pour Miller High Life in a glass, you get that kind of head where the white just sticks and dries up on the glass. Very not very attractive, All right, well, that probably wiped away the drying head on the glass. So there's rest head. Now it looks frothy, the head. Nice foamy, frothy. The color is kind of a golden orange, I guess. A little bit of yellow orange. Very hazy. I should have turned the light on. I just got the sunlight coming through the windows, but if I had more sunlight coming from behind me, you'd probably see it a little bit better. That's okay. Yeah, let's give it the old snifferini, right? Definitely juicy, astringent type hoppiness in there. Juicy, maybe some tropical fruits. Slight piney, maybe that stringent type hoppiness. Or grapefruit. Maybe a little papaya in there almost. Yeah, mango and papaya and all those kind of fruits. Hey, someday I'll be an expert. Most likely not. All right, let's get into it. Cheers. Spit or swallow beer review. Here's to you. That's actually pretty good. Wow. That is actually pretty good. What the hell? Oh. All right. Yeah. A little grapefruity pininess in there, but definitely has the juicy tropical fruits. Um, Maybe even a little pineapple in there. Pretty good, actually. Pretty easy to drink up front. It's nice and easy. You're like, okay, I'm getting some type of fruitiness or tropical fruit. And then it hits the middle a bit. The hops start flaring up a little bit. And then it gets to the back end and it smooths out again. Nice and wet. Very easy drink. Savannah River Brewing, I mean, I'm so lucky to live close by to such a good brewery. Most of their beers I've had have been pretty good, actually. Some of them I admit might be too strong. Like a lot of them are 8 to 10%. Not too many that they have in the 5 or 6% range, but um, pretty good. I mean, if I go through their beers, let me see if I got it on the list there. Just to give you the 8. Well, they do have some. It's probably some lesser known ones. I'm just trying to look at their most famous ones. Wolf Dog is 5.5. Okay, that's a wit beer though. Uncle Fest beer is a 5. Okay. Trying to just think of all their famous ones. 6.2, 6.9. Savannah River IPA 6.9. Okay, so they're about 5 to 7 range. There's a couple that are in the 8, 8.5. All right. Dungeons and Flagons, that was a pretty good Imperial IPA. So, yeah, I was wrong. Most of their beers around the 6, 6.5, couple 5s. Surprisingly, with this one being what the heck did I say it was? 8.5? The hell to go. 8.2. Very easy to drink. You wouldn't think this is 8.2, actually. Very good. Easy to drink, not overly hoppy. Well, my buttons all come unbuttoned. What the hell? Who unbuttoned me? Or maybe I forgot to button some buttons, huh? But I swore I did, because I remember even buttoning the last button. Oh, got some tight buttons, Mr. Button. All right, there we go. My shirt's buttoned now. Don't want to get banned again. Yeah, very nice, easy to drink, smooth, slight piney, slight grapefruit, some tropical fruits, maybe even a pineapple in there, a mango. It leaves a little bit of a lingerer in the mouthfeel or aftertaste. A little, not stingy, but okay, maybe I just did drink an IPA, like some just little hint of aftertaste, Yeah, I think I drank an IPA. Yeah. Very easy to drink. I think even some people who don't like IPAs might be able to drink this. With an 8.2 New England IPA, it's way better than those, what's those New Belgium things? The Voodoo Rangers, all those things they have, the juicy ones or whatever. This is way better than that. That juicy force and all that kind of stuff. This is pretty good, I think. Would it get on Untapped? Well, on Beer Advocate, it only got like there's no notes or anything, no great, or it doesn't show any reviews because it don't have enough reviews. But it only has looks like 4 reviews. Wait, only 1 review where they give it a 4, and that gives it an 80. Only 1 rated, so could end up being higher than that. Man, this is pretty good. I got to start rating stuff on Beer Advocate because I've been coming across a lot of beers where nobody's rated it or only a couple of people's rated it. So I need to add my 2 cents in. Doggone it. It's pretty good, I think. Yeah, and 8.2, this one will sneak up on you. Because you're thinking this is probably some light. Oh, this is a light IPA. What is it? 5.5%, 6%. It's 8.2. Those extra 2.2% ABVs will sneak up on you. Pretty good. I gotta get when I go back to Florida to visit. I gotta take Jammer some of these Savannah River ones. I don't think you can get any of those down there. I think he might have found one time, which might have either been the Fizzany Swamp. I can't remember. I thought he found one time before. Pretty good though. Jammer is enjoying his trip through Europe. I think he's almost done. I guess he spent probably 2 or 3 nights, 3 nights, I think, in each town he visited. London, maybe 3 nights in 2 of them, 4 nights in another. I don't know. But he's on the final leg of his European tour. I did upload a video he sent me. He didn't show himself, though. He only showed the bottle of beer. And he was talking behind the camera. So I did add that to one of my beer reviews from yesterday. I forget which one it was. So I'll try to add make a single video of that, upload it. Let me go give my score for this. For this Space Cadet here, I'm going to give him a promotion from cadet to at least a corporal, or maybe even a non-commissioned officer. Well, as a corporal, but yeah, straight up to corporal. By the end of this space battle, he might be a space commander. I was going to watch, somehow, it wasn't even because of this beer. I just thought Starship Troopers, let me watch that. And I don't think they had it on any of the streaming services I have. And then I read what were the best Starship Troopers, because I know part 2 really sucked. Part 3 was a little bit better than part 2, because it did have one of the original guys in it. I don't think Gary Busey's son was back for that one. He might have been. Or did he get killed in the original movie? I can't remember. But there's another one that they rated high behind the original. It was number 2. And so it was 2017. I forget the name of it, but I was going to watch that one, but yeah, that wasn't available either. I don't think I ever saw that one. And I like the original Starship Trooper, just all the all the stuff reminiscent of the 50s or the 40s. Like that's it, Trooper. We need more troopers to volunteer. Kind of that. Uh, Pretty much propaganda, 40s, 50s style is propaganda. Yeah. But I like that kind of shit, that kind of talk. I think they need to come back out with it. They need radio hosts and DJs and to talk like that, like they used to back in the old days. That'd be fun. That'd be fun entertainment. Some of the announcers on the game shows still do it. I think the same guy as his original guy is still on Wheel, not the Wheel of Fortune. Well, you got the one guy on Jeopardy. Of course, Alex Trebek's not there, but the guy did the announcing. The old man, he's like 90 years old now, in his 90s. He's still doing the whoever hell's the name of the guy on Jeopardy now. His name's Johnny. The guy does the announcing. And Ken, whatever. Thanks, Johnny. And I think the guy that does, maybe the guy that does Price is Right isn't the original guy either. He was pretty good. Whoever, hey, tell us what this is. Oh, this is Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco. I wish I could talk like that. Yeah, that's some good shit. Yeah. Now you got to train yourself to talk like that, So I think if you do it for a long time, you could probably do it. Some voice training and stuff like that when you're younger. I don't know. That's probably even part of acting classes, voice acting or something. Man, who would have thunk back when you're younger to really focus on something like that? You could have been a voice actor. You look at the guy who did the voice of Batman in the animated series. And of course, he just passed away a year or two ago, 2 or 3 years, I can't remember. But just some of those voices, and some of those people, that's their natural voice, actually, too. Just it sounds so made for TV or made for drama. It's awesome. I wish I had a voice like that. I really do. These are the days of our lives. The young and the restless. As the world turns. I almost sound like a gay one now. Yeah. I might do 2 more beers. I wasn't going to do no damn beers, and I thought, you know what, let's do one. It's getting close to 12, which is my bedtime. I'm like, hell, let's do one. But I got 2 more chilling. I might even do 2 more. I might even record them. But, man, if I had 1 or 2 viewers, I might even stay alive for you, the viewer. I figured I'd try a different angle in the kitchen and got the hallway going towards the front door. You probably can't see the front door here. Well, you probably can't. I was thinking maybe you might be able to see it more. Maybe if the table was more that way, you'd be able to see down the hallway. You see the light coming through the glass of the door and stuff. But man, I thought this would be a better angle. Hope I don't have too much of a mess over here by my coffee pot. I do have a spoon on the counter, so yeah. Well, that's going to almost do it for this one. I'm a little more lively than I was yesterday. Because yesterday, before I started doing beer reviews overnight, I probably lifted 1,500. No, probably more than that. I'd like to get a good rough estimate of how much total weight I lifted. Of course, I didn't lift it all at once. But how much weight on all the pallets I work, that'd be great. I'd like to know that. I know 2 of the pallets I work are fucking heavy as hell, so got to be at least 1,000 pounds, if not more. I'd say more than that. I'm going to probably guess one of these days. I'm going to figure it out, actually. I'm going to just add it all up while I'm working. And I'm going to go to my boss and say, look, That person working that pallet, they probably did a total of 400 pounds for the whole damn night. Me, I did like 15 or 20,000 pounds worth of shit. Should get paid for the pound. There's a couple other areas where people do some heavy lifting. Let's see, me, 2. There's definitely 3 of us. And maybe, depending on the other side, sometimes they might have some heavy stuff. So there's 3 or 4 of us that might do some heavy lifting. But it seems like I do more because, man, like the one guy, his aisle, he'll usually have 2 big pallets, about the same as mine. And it'll take him all night almost. Maybe if he's got 3 pallets, take him all night. I do my 2 pallets, plus I help out on 3 other pallets in a different department before that. And then I do usually about 2 more big pallets by the end. I lift a lot. I hate to brag, but total weight, I probably lift the most weight at my work over for my shift. I don't know about other shifts or anything. I think I lift the most weight total. Once they put me in the other 2 sections towards the end of the shift, they want me to knock out some of that. That's pretty heavy stuff too. I lift a lot of damn weights. I'm going to figure that out one of these days, how much I'm lifting. I wish one of those apps like the Fitbit could tell you if you're picking something up, how much it weighs. That'd be interesting. Does Fitbit or anything else do that? Like if I got the Fitbit on this arm and I pick something up with that arm, well, it'll tell me, hey, this weighs approximately 50 pounds. Or, it tells you how much exercise and calories you burn. Does it tell, hey, you most likely lifted this much weight today? I'm going to get one of those Fitbits if it does that, because I want to figure out how much I lift every day. And then I'm going to my boss to get a raise. Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah, that was pretty good, man. What'd I give it? Maybe I didn't even grade it. It was a 13-minute mark I was going to grade it, but I can't remember if I did. Shit. Well, I'm just going to give it straight up A, and a swallow and a half. A and a swallow and a half. There you go. That's a pretty good, easy drinking New England IPA. Very good, not off-putting at all. Smooth, easy to drink. I liked it. I liked it a lot. All right, that's going to do it for this one. Shag Dog Spitter Swallow Beer Review. We'll be back in a tad bit. Might do some 1 or 2 more. I'll just go live, just for you, the viewers. Yeah, we'll go live. What the hell? I told Jammer, we're going to start doing 1 or 2 live videos and we'll start recording, but screw it. Nobody's watching us no matter what. So we get our usual 10 to 20 viewers, sometimes 30 views. And we're happy with that. We just like to drink and share the beer with future generations of beer drinkers and Americans and world citizens. So if you're a world citizen and you like beer, subscribe, comment, and like to the ultimate beer reviewing channel in the universe, the Spit or Swallow Beer Review. And we'll see you on the next one on that note. Take it easy. I'm out.